welcome back to Astroways. Last few weeks we spent some episodes learning more things about the 5 elements. This week let's have a break again from those boring lessons and get back to some case studies and see if we can find more things about a person. Now, if you have been following my videos, you'd remember the previous 4 case studies we did, which was Winston Churchill, Marilyn Monroe, Bruce Lee, and Princess Diana. 1 politician, 1 actress, 1 martial artist, and a princess. But we haven't seriously talked about the topic money yet, which is one of the most common topics that everyone wants to know. That's why today we're gonna bring one of the world's wealthiest people's chart to the table, and he's also well known by his generosity. He is Warren Buffett. Before we start, I just wanted to tell you why I chose Warren Buffett instead of other rich people in the world. Of course, there are a lot of good charts to talk about when it comes to money. One of the most typical example is Bill Gates. And Bill Gates actually has the same self-elements as Warren Buffett. They're both young water. Young water people are very smart and generous. But I chose Warren Buffett because he has a unique timeline comparing to other rich people. If you have seen his net worth charts, he actually started to become super rich at the age of around 52 and 53. Of course, he was never poor. Even before that age, he was already worth millions. But after that age, it just went straight up like crazy. That's why I picked his chart, and I thought it would be an interesting case study for us to look into. Okay, here's his Bazi chart. Self-element, yang water. First, remember what we learned from the last case studies? We found out if this person was born in season or off season, which means we need to see if this person's self-element is strong or weak. Now, water element has root right underneath the self-element. First impression, this chart is not weak. Second, supportive element is metal. Metal produces water. Metal is the most powerful month pillar. And the year pillar, we can say metal is strong and has root, which means water has a strong supporter. Now, metal is also parent's element. Parent's element in place. We say he was born from a wealthy family and could give him support financially. With these 2 facts, we can say he has a strong chart. A strong chart means his self-element is not afraid of restrictions. What could be friends with a strong yang water? Strong yang water is cold. It seeks warmth. Does it have warmth? Yes, there are 2 fire elements. One on top and it has root on the bottom. Besides that, this chart also has wood and earth. All 5 elements are in one chart. In this case, we say this chart is a very balanced chart. It doesn't have one particular element that's super strong and scares others. All 5 elements are in harmony. Before even looking into the 10 years luck pillar, we can already say this chart is very balanced. This person, his whole life, probably will be quite smooth. Okay, so for water elements, what is fire to him? If you still remember, I mentioned in Marilyn Monroe's episode, the element that restricts your self-element is your wealth element. This person's wealth element has root. Now you may ask, I have lots of wealth element in my chart. How come I'm not a billionaire? We're gonna learn something new today. To make the best use of the wealth elements, you need 2 things. First thing is a strong self-element to be able to take the restriction. Second thing is you need a bridge between your self-element and the wealth element. What is a bridge? A bridge is the element between your self element and your wealth element. In this case, water produces wood, wood produces fire, wood is the bridge element. If you don't have the bridge element, even if you have a lot of wealth element, you find earning money is hard and stressful because fire is restricting you. But if you have some wood, wood will ease your pain, wood will stand between water and fire and makes the flow a lot smoother. In this chart, we have one yang wood. Is it enough? Yes, but not really, because right next to yang wood, we have yang middle. Yang wood and yang middle is a hard angle, which means they are fighting each other. Who wins? Yang middle has root and yang wood doesn't. So yang middle wins, which makes this yang wood almost useless. But here at least we know this chart loves wood, and with more wood, this person can earn money a lot easier. Now let's look at his 10 years luck pillars. From 1930 to 1942, 12 years of wood. A good start. But is it the best? Not yet, because wood doesn't have root. Year 1983 to 2002, 20 years of wood in earthly branches. Strong wood to form the perfect bridge for his wealth element, which we mentioned before. His net worth went up like crazy since around age of 50 to 53. Here, 1983 is age 53, not 52. The chart generator got it wrong. 1983 minus 1930 is 53. But before 53, he was already not bad. He was already a multi-millionaire. So let's look at the pillar before. 1973 to 1982, 10 years of ox. Ox, we mentioned before, is the storehouse and it's the opposition of goat. And there's a goat in this chart. Goat is the storehouse of wood. Ox bumps into goat, storehouse is open, and goat became the strong root of his wood. That one's good as well. Now here's another thing worth mentioning is how to see your partner's health status. In this case is Warren Buffett's wife. So for a guy, your wealth element is your wife element. The more money you have, the more girls you have. In this chart, fire is wife. To see if your wife could potentially have health problems, we need to see what fire is afraid of. Now, we know fire is already quite strong in this chart, but there's always some bad years you can come across some bad enemies, and fire doesn't like too much water. Where can we see there's too much water? 2003 to 2012. 10 years of water on heavenly stems. And dragon in earthly branches. Dragon, we said, is the storehouse of water. When is it going to open? 2004. Monkey, rat, and dragon is the triad of water, remember? Too much water, then you need to keep an eye on your wife's health, which in this case, his first wife passed away in 2004. And in 2006, year of fire, he married again. You see, Warren Buffett's chart is a very good example to show how the wealth element works. Of course, he was born with a strong self-element. If your self-element is a weak one and you already have too much bridge and too much wealth, then what you need to find is probably not more bridges and wealth, is more supporters and more self-elements. Every chart is different. What we're looking for is the best years of life. During those good years, we save up our money, put it into good use, and we won't need to worry when the good years are gone, because then we'll already have a strong foundation to face any challenges that comes along. Alright guys, that's all for today. If you want to have your personal chart reading with me, you can email me at astroways.info@gmail.com or find me on Facebook at Astroways. If you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to know more about metaphysics, please subscribe my channel and I'll keep you updated.